Hello, folks. Winston here again. Have you thought about that age? Why the Korean folks look so young nowadays, right? But then, actually, when I was a little kid, it was much older, 1 year older, actually. So it's different, different system of calculating. So the importance of Korean personal age in Korea is different, right? Because like I said last time, Korea society is all like interlocked, interconnected to each other. Depends on where you're from, which side of the country you're from, which school you went to, who's your father, who's your sisters, and then what are their jobs are, and also like which military branch you were served in. I mean, things like that. And, what work do you do? Which, company you work for? All kinds of stuff. It's all interlocked, interrelated to each other. So you got to be careful when you meet someone strange, right? Especially in Korea, when you first met someone, in like 5 or 10 minutes, they're gonna ask you, throw you a whole bunch of questions, including your age. I mean, in Korea, it's okay. In any other countries, it's like, I don't think it's like a little bit taboo. You don't ask, like, especially women, right? You don't ask their age. But in Korea, very first meeting, they're gonna ask you how old you are and stuff like that. So be prepared for it. And today, again, it's presented by me and also Alex behind the camera, right? So let's get going. Okay, how to count age in Korea? When you were born, you're automatically 1 year old. So it's not fair for people who were born in January 1st or December 31st, right? If you compare those two, I mean, one baby is already, like walking down the street, but another baby just born and couldn't even control their head. One of my sisters, she was born in December 31st, right? So only 2 days passed in her life, but on January 1st, she's already 2 years old. It's not fair, it's like, there's supposed to be better way to count it. But in the ancient time, when Joseon was on, I think back then they were using lunar calendar, right? So it's kind of hard for them to like accurately count the month and stuff like that. Maybe that was why. I think this is my assumption that I'm thinking that they might started counting like that. Because at the age, there's no watch hardly ever, like people. I mean, a lot of people in Joseon, the ancient time, were not allowed to read the books and stuff like that. And I bet a lot of people they didn't even possess any kind of calendar. Even though every day is passing by, you don't know where you are. They probably think about like New Year, maybe Lunar New Year, and several like big events in the year. Otherwise, okay, I'll see you in the dinner time or stuff like that. So time, kind of sense is not really sensitive issue. And back then, especially in the ancient Korea, right? So that I think that was why. So when you have a baby, and also another thing is, in Korea they go by the age. So even though you don't know this person, it's automatically you got to follow this person if he's like older than you. So you don't want your kid to be younger. So you want them to be as older as possible. I don't know. It's like my assumption, but if I'm wrong, just let me know. On the comment. And also, there's a Korean saying that "삼눈들은 나이가 벼슬이다." What it is that if you got nothing to show off to other people, then people use their age. Okay, I'm oldest, so you got to follow me. I mean, things like that. I've seen many instances, and many friends they use their age as their like big deal to control others, right? And this I didn't know, but I just Googled like an hour ago. It was told that we were showing that since 2023 they changed by law, so they're going to follow the international law of how to calculating age from now on. So it's only been 2 years, I think a lot of people still, maybe in the countryside or something, they may not know the deal, may not know the rules. So it'll last for a little longer. And I assume like that. Okay. So another thing, when you go to school in Korea, and after your graduation, people will ask you uh, which hakban, your school age, right? So meaning that any other country, they will ask you when did you graduate it, right? But not in Korea. Korea, they'll ask you when did you get in. The year to get in is really important. In Korea, called hakban, learning number, if you translate it. For me, mine is 1981. Went into college in Korea. So when I meet any Korean friends or new person, happen to be he or she is Korean, then they're gonna ask me what's your school number, right? Then 81, and they will automatically calculate your age, and like things like that. Also, military service too. They wanna be in the hierarchy, the structure. So they try to look older and stuff like that. So when I was a little kid, one of my friend, he looked like a 30-year-old. And then when we go to nightclub and stuff, and he act like he's like our uncle or the oldest sibling and stuff like that. And that's like really convenient in Korea, because when you deal with like older people in Korean, they will listen to you, and they'll easy to follow, and easy to manipulate them. And another thing very interesting is that any news in TV or newspaper, anybody, if they're gonna mention someone, doesn't matter it's president or like criminal or whoever that is, right? They will put their age inside parentheses. I never seen anything like this in any other countries, but in Korea, this is like like a basic rule you have to follow. So they want to know how old you are, and when they look at your picture or when they look at your video, they'll ask you, or otherwise they already put it in there, so you automatically know how old they are, and they will compare by looking at it, the picture or video. They will go, oh, that guy looking pretty old, or that guy looking pretty young, and stuff like that. They want to be all uniform. They have been brainwashed that way, so they don't want outliers. If you're someone else that's doesn't follow the group, it's gonna be they're gonna try to alienate you. You're an alien that way. Okay. So okay, this is what we got for today, and we have another video. We're gonna show you how to translate soon. And until then, have a nice day. All right. Thank you so much.